Our first guest tonight is a Grammy-nominated country music superstar and coach on The Voice. The season finale airs this Monday and Tuesday at 8 here on NBC. Let's take a look.
Blake, let me go with you, bud.
Where is what camera? What camera am I looking
Just
at?
talk to America.
America. This show is called The Voice. When have you ever in your life heard a voice like that?
Wow.
Recognize it and reward it.
Please welcome back to the show, Blake Shelton. How are you, Blake?
Hey, Seth, you know what? I was watching that clip right there. By the way, hello, good to see you. But I was reminded because you came from the SNL world. I was channeling my best Chris Farley and Adam Sandler. Remember the Hurley boy or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely.
The boy babysit your grandma. I was channeling
He's a good boy.
That's right. That's right.
I had your beautiful fiance, Gwen, was on the show in October. I have a small gripe, which is the very next day, she basically announced on Instagram that you guys have been engaged. Yeah. That's the kind of content we could have really had a lot of fun with. Why did you wait until the day she left?
I remember this, by the way, Seth, because she did your show from, I believe she was in Oklahoma. We have a little cabin there that we stay in, and believe it or not, somehow I figured out how to get internet there. So, and she kept like doing this with her hand and you know, wondering if people would figure out that she was wearing an engagement ring. And I told her, I said, you know, you wear more jewelry than Mr. T, so I don't I was gonna pick up on that, Gwen. So, and they didn't. You could have figured it out, though. She was giving you hints.
I know. You know, it's very hard over Zoom because you never know. I don't want to stare at, you know, you end up looking in the camera more than you do at the guests. So it was true. It was right in front of me, and I missed it. I don't want to ask too much about wedding plans, but it does strike me that with the two of you, picking a wedding band has very. I mean, I'm assuming you know a lot of people, but that's a high-pressure gig to be the wedding band at your shindig.
You know, I've kind of decided that, you know, I've been doing this a long time now, and I've got a lot of favors out there, and he may not like it, but Adam Levine's going to have to get the band together and come and play our wedding. I think that would be. I've already seen a music video where they crash people's weddings, and he owes me a lot for just putting up with him over the years. So we can get Adam to come be our wedding band.
I think you should do that. And while he's playing, I think you and Gwen should turn your chairs around.
Oh, I like that idea. And plus, their music is so boring that it won't distract from the festivities and the reception and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right. You should maybe have them play in a separate barn. You know, that like you can go over if you want to relax a little. You and Gwen also just released your second #1 single together. When we were here, we were talking about the fact that you guys won a CMT award, and now obviously you know, you have introduced her to your genre of music. It would be fun, and I think your fans would enjoy just one ska song, just one.
I knew that's where you were going with this. Can you imagine? I don't even know. I'm not even certain what ska even means. Like, is that like? Is that a genre? Is that just
yeah, I would say it's like sort of a reggae-inspired genre of music. I think it's like right in your wheelhouse.
You know, I mean, maybe I could. I don't even know. Actually, no. I started to say maybe I could get away with some reggae, but I still don't think I could perform. You know.
Yeah, I did not know this about you, and I apologize, but you're producing a Hallmark movie. This is your third, and the part about it that's fascinating to me, it's a Christmas film. You produced it with your mother.
That's true. That is fascinating, isn't it, Seth?
I will say, I love my mother. I don't know if I would love to produce a film with her, especially a holiday film.
The joys of working with your mom in the entertainment industry. What happened is we wrote a song together. I had a Christmas album that came out several years ago, and my mom is a little bit like Lucy Ricardo, where she's constantly, you know, harassing Ricky to let her be on the show or let her sing or write a song. My mom's always wanted to be a songwriter, so she's always, you know, texting me or talking to me about song ideas. So finally, one day I said, look, I'm making a Christmas album. I think it would be appropriate for you and I to finally write this Christmas song together. I'll record it. It'll be on my album, and we'll sing it like a duet. And so we did this thing, and then they ended up, some publisher came along and offered her a book deal because of this song. And then because the book came out, then the Hallmark Channel came along and they offered to do a movie based on the book. And then the movie did good. And here we are 3 movies later. So just let me know if you want to do any work with any family members.
Do you, I do want to ask real quick about this season of The Voice. Coming in the home stretch, you seem pretty well positioned to take the crown again. Are you feeling confident?
I am. The problem for Team Blake this year, I have 2 members left, which is incredible in the finale. Everybody else just has 1. But Gwen happens to have this very, very special young man named Carter Rubin that I feel like if there's a threat to all of our teams, it's that kid. And if he wins, I don't think any of us would be mad about it because he deserves it. He's a special kid. But my team's been strong. They have been all season, and we never know how the voting's going. They never clue us in. You would think after almost 20 seasons of doing this show, I could pull some favors, but I still never know what's going on behind the scenes. So I would say Carter is going to be our toughest competition. All of us coaches, because he's a special kid. He's got a pretty decent coach too. It's
incredible to watch the talent of the singers on the show, but I'm always taken as well with the amount of nerve they need to have to go out and perform live, in front of, even without an audience, they're performing in front of these the 4 of you. Do you think you would have had the confidence to go out there at their age and do what they do?
Seth, I honestly, I think it's probably, I put myself in their position, and no different than how you're having to do this show now. Things are, I feel like, easier if you have an audience versus 4 people sitting out there and you get no matter what you do, it sounds like it was disastrous.
Right.
We're in entertainment, and there's no immediate feedback. There's nobody to go high five, and so I think it's actually harder this way. When I was a kid, I would get stage fright to get on stage, but once I got up there and I could hear some singing along or see some smiling, I kind of got over it. So I really feel for them with the way we're doing it now. I feel like it's even more awkward than getting on stage in front of 2,000 people or however many we have in our audience. Normally 400, I think.
Well, it's a special group of people. It's always a delight to talk to you. Thanks so much for being here, Blake.
You too, buddy. It's good to see you. Have you had a chance to talk to Brad Paisley in a while? I know you guys are buddies.
Yeah, we stay in touch via text. I know probably a lot like you. He's just itching to get back out there on the road. A guy who really likes being in front of his audience. He's worked really hard to get that audience, and it's a shame that he's not performing in front of them.
Yeah, well, tell him I said kiss my ass next time you talk to him. Appreciate that.
The season finale of The Voice airs Monday and Tuesday at 8 on NBC. We'll be right back with Jenny Slate.